Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. Yes, I help you realize your badassness so you can do more, be more, and you will achieve more than you probably thought possible. Yes, that's why I'm badass, and I help you become badass and get the results you desire. As always, thanks for being here, for listening, and sharing this podcast with others. And don't forget to follow me on the Insta and my Growing Forward Facebook page, LinkedIn, if you wanna, all that good stuff. Because if you're new here, I do continue the challenge of the theme of the podcast all week. I find articles and posts and tips and all that good stuff. So please do, and give me a shout out, and I will give you a shout out, all right? So let's go. Last Monday's podcast was about discipline and how discipline is what will help you see progress and will help you create the habits you need, habits that will help you achieve your success. Consistency, right? What can and will you do to get, and more importantly, stay disciplined? Where in your life do you need more discipline? Where do you feel like you're kicking ass in the discipline area? A few of you I heard from: sleep, coffee, prayer, and exercise. And then on the business side, prioritizing tasks, filing, keeping that paper off your desk or floor, delegating, and marketing. So what about you? Where are you doing great, and where do you feel like you need help? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay if you aren't working at 100%. Well, not mentally. Mentally, you do need to be there. But if you aren't 100% perfect in one area, if you're not disciplined, the doctor once even told the man Candy and myself, find a diet you can do 80% of the time, because that's why we end up getting frustrated and fail, right? So it's no different in business. With discipline, yes, discipline creates habits, routine, all that. But you know what? 20% is better than 5%. 5%. Just do your best. 80% is better than 20%. I mean, I am not even 100% on every single thing in my life. I manage my health and wellness, my diet and exercise 4 out of 7 days some weeks, and 6 out of 7 others, because I always have a cheat day. All right, if you've listened to me for a while, you know I'm going to have some cocktails. I'm going to have some tacos or some pizza. Like tonight, I'm going to have some pizza. Yep. I do my social media marketing every day, or Mondays I usually schedule it for every day. And some weeks I do extra every day, and other weeks I don't. But at least I have that base there. So something is getting posted every day. If I miss a day, it's because, lately, last week I think it was, I screwed up my scheduling and had 2 posts in one day. It happens, but I also can't allow myself to get mad and mentally kick myself off track, right? And that's where I've seen some clients, they just beat themselves up because they screwed up. They weren't 100%, right? Being disciplined is what helps me and should help you recognize when something is off, when something didn't happen. Like I was looking at something, I'm like, wait a minute, where's my post for today? Oh, what happened was I did 2 yesterday. It helps me recognize if I'm off track or I'm behind on something, and I do get off schedule creating these podcasts. I try to decide the theme on Friday and get it recorded and scheduled to send out into the world. That way I don't, quote unquote, have to work on the weekends. And when it's scheduled for Monday, then I know, clean slate, I can jump into my Monday, my new week, without freaking out about not having it ready for you first thing Monday morning. But sometimes life, right? And if I don't have it ready Monday morning, that is the first thing I do. But it stresses me out, right? Like my client I talked about last week, where by not prioritizing and not getting things done, she was anxious and felt just, mentally a little stressed out. Discipline has kept me on track. And the things I'm disciplined become part of my routine, and in turn keeps me moving towards my goals. Whether it's a daily routine or a weekly routine, like checking up on your goals. Monthly is huge. Weekly you can look at things a little quicker. And then if you've listened to me for a while, like I've said, you've heard me check progress. I beg you to check your progress monthly and quarterly deeper and that stuff. So again, what about you? as we look at the last week of April, what have you accomplished? What are your routines? And, today I'm staring at the screen, trying to figure out what to talk about, because just did my recap on discipline on last Monday's podcast. But where do I want to challenge you this week? And, the sun, it was sort of driving me nuts. It was popping out, so it was super warm. And then it was hiding behind the clouds and it was chilly. So, sweater on, sweater off, sleeves up, sleeves down. It was reminding me of the last couple of weeks of coaching sessions. I've had clients that shine brightly and others that hide in their comfort zone and others that do a little bit of both. They may step out and do something amazing and then freak out and hide. And yes, sometimes even for me, that, oh my gosh, I wanted all this work in this business and these clients, but now I'm freaking out. What if I screw up? What if I make a mistake? What if, right? Well, and I have a client in particular that I've tried to encourage to go out and network since December. She's done home shows. She's personable. Her DISC assessment shows that she's a high I, which means you can either be full-on extroverted like me, or you're just good with people. She was excited about the strategy that we came up with, and then nothing. And she even hid from me. I had to contact our business partner and say, hey, what's going on? And then, of course, she responded and proceeded to use every excuse possible. Of course, it was December, so the holidays. But then there was other things of why she can't, or doesn't have the time to do what she needs to do to save and build her business. And some things are legitimate reasons. Obviously there's sometimes during the holiday time, people shut down and don't really do a whole lot. But then there's other things that she was saying that was 100% bullshit excuses. She'll pop out like the sun and then hide. She even went and got a part-time job to make some money instead of going out and promoting the one she's getting paid to do and allegedly wants to make successful. Maybe to you, but to me, 100%, it sounds like she's not really in love with what she's doing, does it? And I've asked her that many, many times, and she always says, yes, I want this to succeed, but. And there is always a but with her. But what? Her replies, money, time, kids, moving, uncertainty. Yes, that crazy uncertainty. Nothing I haven't heard before, and nothing that should keep you from realizing your dreams. I used a quote in one of my books: if you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you'll find a way. So, as my second book is titled, How Badly Do You Want It? And for those of you who didn't know I'm an author, I have 3 books available on Amazon. Just look for them. Sandy, with an I, Ballard. You can find me. But, that's why getting a coach or working with a mentor or something is so important. Are you going to shine brightly or continue to hide? Only you can decide. Yes, sometimes there are variables you can't control, like that stupid pandemic. There's things you can't avoid, but you'll either find a way or find an excuse, won't you? There are so many businesses that pivoted and were thriving and still are thriving during the COVID, during the vid. But, what are you doing? If you're struggling, find help. And if you're succeeding, help someone else. And as you listen in this week and look at your own habits, discipline, routines, successes, and failures, where are you and what can you do? What more can you do? What can you do to help others? And don't help others to avoid helping yourself. That's a huge thing people do. If you need help getting rid of the shit that's in your life that's holding you back and creating more in your world, email me now at sandy@sandyballard.com. Direct message me, find me. I can help you become more disciplined, make those disciplines a routine, and help you achieve the success you desire. All right? I look forward to hearing from you. What do you think about today's podcast? Where are you disciplined? Where do you need help? And how is the first month of this second quarter going for you? I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.